Water Margin is a novel attributed to Shi Nian 1296–1370. Considered one of the four great classical novels of Chinese literature. It is set mainly in the final years of Wei Zong, a Song dynasty emperor who reigned from 1101 to 1125. It tells why and how 108 men and women gather at a marsh-girt mountain in what today is Shandong province, became leaders of an outlaw army of thousands and fought brave and resourceful battles against pompous, heartless tyrants. Historians confirm that the story is derived from fact. Some of the events actually happened, some of the persons actually existed. Their rebellious deeds struck a responsive chord in the oppressed masses and gradually evolved into folk legends. Mao Zedong, the founding father of the People's Republic of China, was not interested in Confucian classics, but this Chinese classical novel is his favorite. When he went to school, the teacher forbade the students to read this book, and he read it secretly, and when the teacher came, he put the books of Confucius on the cover to hide. Mao Zedong said that the book had a great influence on him. Even during the war, he often sent soldiers to the wealthy families who had been beaten away to find out if there was an old version of the book. The charm of this book is evident. About the title, the pronunciation in Chinese is Shuiyuzhang, and in Japanese, the pronunciation is Suikoden. Because of these two differences, it may affect people's inaccurate understanding of the Japanese original paintings, the 108 heroes of the Popular Suikoden. And many Chinese artists still don't know the existence of this great painting. I hope that through this book, more people will know and like the Oriental culture. According to the Japanese scholars' research, water margin is introduced in the 17th century in Japan. Since the Ming and Qing dynasties prohibited the spread of the book Water Margin for fear that the people will be inspired by this novel against the government. Many of the early versions have been lost in China, but in Japan has preserved some. It seems to be a Chinese businessman, in order to solve the journey of loneliness, brought the book to Japan, the book handed down from private sources. A Japanese man heard the story in the book, and hoping to get it, the Chinese businessman gave the book to him. This is the beginning of the water margin was introduced into Japan. The famous sinologist Okajima Kanzen, 1674–1728, in the Edo period is the first Japanese translation of the water margin. Utagawa Kuniyoshi began drawing the 108 heroes of the Popular Suikoden series from 1827. The characters he painted, full of dynamic, emphasizing the rich color and aesthetic decoration, bring visual stimulation and shock. In ancient Chinese, tattoo had a very popular period. There are a lot of heroes with the nice tattoo in the novel. And it is very similar to Japanese tattoo culture in the Edo period. It is fully described in the 108 heroes of the Popular Suikoden series. This artwork brought Utagawa Kuniyoshi success. Also led to a boom of water margin. Although there are many artists have painted this theme, that Utagawa Kuniyoshi's paintings are the most perfect performance of the hero's rebellious spirit. As far as I'm concerned, this book including a few versions of single drawing, and 2 versions of the sheet. Some of the characters have more than one paintings. I don't know whether this shows that Utagawa Kuniyoshi was more interested in that character or many versions have not been saved. In this series, Utagawa Kuniyoshi also drew a set of different styles sheet, the Kyoga Suikoden Goketsu Ipyaku Hashinen, caricatures of the 108 heroes of the Popular Suikoden, making a heavy content lively and joyful. This brings me the bittersweet feeling. Perhaps this is the true portrayal of the hero's life. I am deeply attracted by the paintings. Such a set of excellent artwork can't be found all. It is very regrettable. If you like the novel Water Margin, This art series can increase the pleasure of reading. If you like paintings, it will be fun to get more details from the novel to help you understand the content of the painting deeply. After I came to Japan, I learned about this artwork and deeply loved it. But because its version is collected in many different museums, it is inconvenient to search, so I sorted out the pictures and published this book on Kindle. There is a very special painting in Utagawa Kuniyoshi's great Suikoden series, the 108 Heroes of the Popular Suikoden. The hero of this picture is Ruan Shower. The picture shows him being attacked by the enemy. There is a weapon similar to the Japanese throwing knife, shuriken, that appeared. Japanese throwing knife. It is thought of as a disposable flat weapon in the general imagination, but the weapon depicted in this picture has a rope link and a hook that looks highly lethal. If this type of throwing knife did exist in ancient times, then this picture is the best proof. I suspect this is just Utagawa Kuniyoshi's own imagination. If so, he will be more admirable. The attack method of this weapon is different from the flat, disposable shuriken, which is refreshing. If you are interested in these paintings, please click on the web link below. Thanks for watching.